Hi, my name is Stacy Silva-Boutwell. I am the Portuguese American Mom. We are here at my shop, Stacy Cakes Tea Shop and Cakery here in Westport, Massachusetts. I am going to take you through making chouriço and peppers today. This is a party staple for any Portuguese household and is great for holiday parties. It's great for Super Bowl. It's great for summertime picnics. So let's get started. We are going to start by heating up a saucepan. I'm not making a large batch. You may make double, triple this for a party, but today we're just going to make enough for me to show you how the dish goes, and you can take it from there. Okay, so we're starting this getting heated up. Add some olive oil, just enough to coat the bottom of the pan, and we are going to start with our aromatics. Get an onion here. For this recipe, we are just going to roughly chop, it doesn't have to be anything fancy, an onion. I'm just going to take this half an onion, make sure it's stable, hold my knife and protect my fingers. And I'm just going to kind of do a big dice, go halfway through here, and that's what we're looking for. We do want the onions to be apparent in the dish, right? So we want to make sure that we taste those big chunks of onions. Now, if you are not onion fans, or if your family is not onion fans, please still use the onions because it does make a difference. But what you can do is just dice them smaller. So I happen to like a bigger chop for this dish. So we're gonna take these and we're just gonna add them into our heated olive oil. There we go. That's a great sizzle. That's what you want to hear. And toss those around. We are just going to saute these a little bit till they get translucent, but in the meantime, I'm going to keep an eye on it and keep stirring it a little bit here and there. Add a little bit of salt. This is kosher salt. Coarse grain kosher salt. That helps draw some of the liquid out of the onions, which is great because you get the flavor of the onion being drawn out and they get softer quicker. We are going to now take a bell pepper and I'm going to roughly chop these up as well. Nothing too fancy here. Just kind of getting a dice that is, I would say, the size of a nickel, you know. I wouldn't go as big as a quarter. I would say about the size of a nickel is what we have here. Putting all those peppers in, stir them up. And grab a couple of pieces of garlic. I just have some pre-done cloves. That bag in the grocery store is a time saver. There we go. Just kind of roughly chop, mince. If you have a garlic press, that's fine. If you have the garlic that's already in the tube, go for it. Just give yourself about 2 cloves worth. Add this in and saute. Now, this needs to come down. It has to be a little bit softer than where we're at right now, because right now the pepper is still holding its shape. So we want that pepper to soften up just a little bit more. While we're doing that, I'm going to explain to you the ground chouriço. We have here in a container some ground chouriço. This is just chouriço that has not been put into a casing. What it's been done is just put through a mill and ground up. And this is the best chouriço to use for chouriço and peppers. Some people like to take the chouriço itself and chop it up. If that's you, more power to you. I don't have that kind of time. This is about 2 pounds of chouriço. This will feed roughly 8 people. You could even stretch it if you're going to do those little party sandwiches. You could stretch this to a whole platter, really. So if you want to do this much for a party in the summer, let's say, go for it. Now it's time to add some spices. So we've got our Portuguese allspice. Remember, Portuguese allspice is not allspice like you use in baking. Allspice that you use in baking is a seed that's ground up and it's got a whole different flavor profile. This is just a collection of spices that have been put together. It's got some paprika, it's got some turmeric, and it's got some orange peel, some other little spices in there. If you don't have access to this, on my website, I do have just a quick throw together a couple of spices, keep it in a little jar, and you can make your own spice blend. If you don't have that kind of time, just use some sweet paprika. It's fine. It's not like the end of the world. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna take a little spoonful of this, probably about half a teaspoon, and I'm gonna put it over. We already have some salt in there. And the chouriço has salt too, so let's not try and over salt. I salted down the onions. We don't want to over salt what we have until the end. Then you taste it and you see likely you're not going to need to add any more salt because of the salt content that's already in the chouriço. All right. This is looking fantastic. Everything's softening up. My onions are translucent, so that's great. And we're going to add our pimenta moída. Now, pimenta moída is a pepper. It's a wet, as you can see, ground pepper. It's been boiled with salt, using salt. It's a whole process. Again, I have a description of that on my website. My dad does this for me every year after harvest. It's fantastic. To this, we are now going to add the chouriço. So I'm going to take all 2 pounds and I'm going to kind of pop it in here. I'm going to try not to make a mess, which is near impossible for me, but putting all this in here. And now the key is to let this simmer. And it looks like it's almost too big for the pot. It kind of is almost too big for the pot, but it's gonna render down and you're gonna see once we check in on this that it's gonna be a lot more calm. We're also gonna add a beer. This is just an American beer. It's not anything special. Don't get your like dark beer for this. You just want a light regular ale, and we're going to put about half a can. If you have a gluten intolerance, sub it out with some dry white wine, no big deal. If you only have dry white wine in the house, sub it out with dry white wine, no big deal. Okay, also to this we are going to add some tomato sauce. This is just regular old tomato sauce. This is not spaghetti sauce. We do not want Italian spices in this. That will completely change the flavor profile of what we're trying to do. And I only have this size can. This is a 15-ounce can. They sell like the smaller cans. Use a whole smaller can or half of this size can. Okay, so just about, yeah, that looks just about half. We're just going to mix this in. This really helps to bring together all of your flavors, and it helps with the consistency of the chouriço and peppers. All right, we're going to bring up. It also helps add a little bit of liquid, right? So you have the beer liquid, you have the tomato sauce liquid, you have a little bit of the olive oil, and then the chouriço is going to render down, and also the vegetables let out a little bit of liquid. And now this is ready to cover. Turn down your flame. You want this on simmer for about an hour, hour and a half. And then when you go and check on it every 10, 15 minutes or so, give it a good stir. And then I feel like you are going to love serving this to your friends and family. See how the chouriço is rendering a little bit here? You've got some liquid collection. What you want to do now is mix this in. If you want to, you could even take it at this point, after it's had a little bit of time to render, let it render down a little bit. You can then transfer this into a crock pot. And I would put it on low for about 4 hours, and it should render right down as well. This has been going for about an hour and 15 minutes or so, and it has absorbed all of that liquid. I started off using about a half a can of beer, but in the middle of the process, I found that I needed to add the rest of the beer because it had absorbed too much liquid. So I did end up putting the rest of the beer into this. And now we have a perfectly made chouriço and peppers. So the next step is we're going to take this crusty bread. I went to the bakery this morning and I got some popsich, which is this crusty bread here. However, I really like to use, for a lunch, I like to use a torpedo roll, right? Which is basically this, but about like, I don't know, like a sixth of this. But they didn't have any, so we're adapting. So you can use a popsich. Very often I use a popsich, I cut it in half, make a sandwich. I just find that the torpedo rolls tend to hold the chouriço in a little bit better. So what we're going to do is we're not going to use the popsich today. What we're going to do is we're just going to cut down some of this giant torpedo roll. This is like a hoagie roll, right? So we're going to take some of this. I'm going to use a little section of this just so that I can show you how we make the sandwich. So that's a good 5 inches or so. And I'm just going to cut it on an angle here. So nice and soft inside. This is almost like a Portuguese sloppy joe, just not made with beef. It's made with chouriço, right? So we're going to take some of this and we're going to fill it up. I'm going to take it and we're just going to use all those juices. This is why at a party I like to let people fill their own chouriço sandwiches, because it can get juicy, you know, and it can get to the point where it's a little too juicy to let sit, because then it'll get soggy. So there we are. Let's give it a try. Take some of this. That is perfect. It does have enough salt. The bread helps offset some of that salt. You can taste those sweet peppers. You got that background of the garlic. The onions have all melted right into the chouriço and peppers, but I think it's perfect.